So let's have a look at the 4 pathways. Each pathway has got 2 workflows depending on your starting point. So the 2 most common ways are that the patient already has a temporary bridge in place or a temporary denture, and we'll look at both. So the first thing to communicate with the lab is through photographs, and we ask for 6 basic photographs: a full face smile, a full face exaggerated smile, a full face profile, and then with a center attracted in occlusion, and then a left and right in occlusion. You can send us some more photographs if you wish, but those 6 are critically important for us helping to start the process of the design of the try-on or of the bridge, indeed the final bridge. So the photographs are very important. And if this patient is wearing a lower temporary bridge, so we're going to do our initial IOS scans, which are the opposing, in this case the upper. We're going to also scan the bridge in position in the lower, just here. And then we're going to scan the bite. Okay, so those 3 initial scans are essential. Okay, so we've got the opposing, the temporary bridge in place, and the occlusion. We're then going to move to an extra oral scan. The bridge is now going to be removed. Okay, and into the base of that bridge, we're going to put some form of reverse scan body or a scan analog, depending on what system you're using. If it's Optisplint, these come with the Optisplint kit, but we want to have a 360 scan of the bridge. Remember, what's going to happen in the laboratory are all of these data sets are going to be taken and layered together. So we need to have some form of reference to be able to do that. Okay, so that's that scan. Our next scan is going to, ideally, this is taken with the MUA caps in place. So the MUA of the system that you've used. And this helps the scanner capture the information. Okay, so that's our next scan. So soft tissue off the MUAs with the MUA caps in place. And then you've got your scan body scan, and that's obviously dependent on what option you choose, whether it's Photogrammetry, Optisplint, ArchBridge, or iJig. If it's Photogrammetry, you're going to use the dominoes or the particular scan body of that particular photogrammetry system. It's very important to make sure that these scan bodies, there's no mobility, that they're not damaged, that they are able and they're appropriate to be used, because these dominoes do wear over time, and that obviously is going to add in an inaccuracy to the process. If you're using the Grammetry ArchBridge kit, then you're going, and you can see, that this has got a total of 10 scan bodies, all of different shapes and sizes. You've also got the reverse scan body for the attachment to the base of your bridge, and you've got your screwdriver and vortex screws to be able to attach these scan bodies to the MUAs. A bit like the Passivity Plus tie base, these are for standard 4.8 MUAs. Okay, so you're going to place each ArchBridge scan body on an MUA in the mouth. You're going to tighten it using the vortex screw down to 10 Newton centimeters. And ideally, you want the scan bodies to be very close but not touching. And this is going to optimize the ability of the iOS scanner to scan across the arch as smoothly as possible. And it is important that whenever you're scanning these, the most important bit for you to capture are the top of the scan bodies. Okay, we're not overly interested in scanning around the buccal or the palatal. We really just want to make sure that you capture the occlusal surface of each of those scan bodies. And this is often done in a simple sweep of a single sweep of your iOS scanner. And this is roughly what it's going to look like. So you want to have quite hopefully a nice clear image. If you use Optisplint, so that's Photogrammetry, so you're going to use the scan bodies of Photogrammetry. If it's ArchBridge, you use the scan bodies within that kit. Your third option is Optisplint. Optisplint comes in a box with everything that you need within it. You're going to have the single-use scan bodies, which again are screwed onto the MUAs using the screw that's in the kit. That's very important. And then you've got a honeycomb framework, which you then lute into place to the scan bodies. This acts then like your verification jig. Okay. Ideally, once this is all luted in the mouth, this is then removed and scanned extraorally. We find that that works best, or indeed even posted back to the laboratory for them to lab scan it. Lab scanning is going to be more accurate than scanning it with your iOS scanner. Okay, so what we're able to do with Optisplint is we're able to create that very accurate record. You have a manual or an analog verification process, which again, we go back to the comfort element, that some people like the comfort of that because they've checked it themselves in the mouth. And lovely thing about Optisplint is that you can have various restorative options. You can have Passivity Plus. You could potentially even go direct to MUA. It is accurate enough for us to do that. So Optisplint is a really good option. The final option, option is iJig. iJig is where we're going to create a sectioned verification jig. If you're doing this iJig workflow, all we need you to use is the normal MUA scan bodies of the implant system that you're using. These are generally vertical scan bodies. And once we receive that scan with all the other scans I've talked about, we will then be able to digitally create this iJig, which comes out to you in a little jig, which you can then screw, which allows you to screw it into the mouth, lute it together, adjust the bite, make any changes that you want, and then send that back to the lab. And in each of these workflows, there is a records checklist. And on the left-hand side, you're going to see the 6 scans that are required. And on the right-hand side, the 6 photographs. So when you finish taking the record of this, which probably take you maybe 25 to 30 minutes per arch, you're going to be able to, or in your head, you want to think you've got 6 scans and 6 photographs. So we've got, just to run through the checklist on the scans, you've got the temporary bridge in situ, like I showed you at the start of this, the bite and the opposing. Then you're going to remove the prosthesis and you're going to 360 it in your hand with the reverse analog or scan bodies within it. You've got a scan body scan in the mouth, either your Photogrammetry, your Grammetry Optisplint, or your Grammetry ArchBridge, or your normal vertical scan bodies, and then follow the iJig pathway. And your last scan is the soft tissue with the MUA caps in place. It's very important that we receive all of these scans, because if you think back to what I've said, that allows us to accurately stitch each of these data sets within the software. Missing scans will have an effect on what we can do in the laboratory. The second workflow is the temporary denture workflow. So again, we're going to follow each of the pathways. The photographs are exactly the same. Okay, so there's no difference there. However, if the patient is wearing a temporary denture, you're going to start with this process. You're going to try in, hopefully the patient's already wearing it, but you want to make sure that this temporary denture seats comfortably over the MUA caps or the implant healing caps in the patient's mouth. And if you need to adjust it, then you need to adjust it to make sure that this denture seats fully. If in some instances you're worried about maybe trimming more of the denture, you can iOS scan a temporary denture, print it, send it to the lab, get a second one printed. That's possible as well. And then what we need you to do is we need you to reline that temporary denture in PVS. But very importantly, we need you to capture the MUA caps so that there's a reference point whenever this is then scanned. So you put that in the mouth, you get the patient to close together, and that will imprint the caps that are sitting on the MUAs into the PVS. So that's your first scan. Okay, so you've got your denture scan, your reline scan in the mouth. You're going to 360 it in your hand. You're going to do the same soft tissue scan as we've already talked about for the previous workflow. So MUA caps on, scan the soft tissue, and you're going to do your bite and your opposing. So no difference really to the fixed bridge or the temporary bridge workflow, bar capturing the MUAs and the impression and capturing the 360 with, obviously there's no reverse scan bodies in this situation. And then you're into whatever scan body system you're using. Photogrammetry, exactly the same. Screw them down and scan them. You've got ArchBridge, same process. Optisplint, exactly the same process again. Lute it together, take it out of the mouth, scan it on the benchtop or send it back into the lab, which is probably what we prefer. And then if you're going down the iJig route, normal scan bodies on the MUAs and scan. Your records checklist is almost the same. The big difference is you've got the temporary denture in situ, but you've still got your bite, your opposing, the 360 prosthesis scan with that reline, very important, the scan body scan of whatever system you're using, and the soft tissue scan with the MUA cap.